And welcome here to what we normally would call the Blackwood Thunderdome, but I'm joined by my good mate here, Mr. Craig Schicker, on the cans for the start of this 2-3 playoff between the Grizzlies and the Bombers. And the Bombers coming down first, and there we go, Jackie Woodford straight in the action. Craig Schicker, welcome.
What a lightning start that was.
From defence to offence in the blink of an eye, and not the way that the Grizzlies would have wanted to start, I wouldn't have thought.
Sats Billows won the face. Good pick up early on there by Mullins. Quick turnover, off to the races.
And can I say, Jackie Woodford acting like Cupid there on this Valentine's Day, and a big shout out to everyone for Valentine's Day, but putting a arrow through the heart of the Grizzlies early.
Brooks
has come straight back to him, and maybe he's been on the love juice, has Mr. Jack Woodford, because that ball's just, he bought his own ball, I reckon.
He has, got his name all over it at the moment.
So Carter's got it down there, kicks it up to Brooks, who just, cross-coding here, made a little with the Aussie 19s.
One-on-one.
Steps in.
Good D by Semler.
Kicks up here, and he's come for a big game. He has, there's two. Jackie Woodford just says, welcome to the Cupid's Dome.
It is a Valentine's Day special. Let's hope we don't have a Valentine's Day mascot, Tony.
Well, given the way that Jack Woodford started at the moment, it's certainly looking like he's going to break some hearts out here of the Grizzlies. So 2-0 early into the first minute and a half of this 2-3 final here. Ball to be won again.
Brooks, big ground ball there. Good pick up.
Hey.
Plenty of control. Here he is, the hot man himself. Inside.
Oh, steps inside, and if he's not doing one, there's a big shot which goes left. But and there is Kai Williams with the ball, who ended up with the MVP in the final the other day over in Nationals between New South Wales and South Australia in the bronze medal game.
You had the pleasure of calling that, Tony. It was good, exciting stuff throughout the week.
Yeah, look at the final even between Victoria and WA going down to the wire as this ball just goes out of bounds and tries to take out a few spectators out the backside here.
Brilliant.
And ball is going to stay, though, with the Bombers. And they have a reset on the shot clock as Brooks picks the ball up the top, kicks it to Kai Williams. Yeah, Williams was with a big 5 goals in that bronze medal game, but just losing the handle a bit at the moment. Maybe feel these boys are a little bit sore from the weekend.
Ricochets off the pipe.
Tank right there. Ball kicks down the back, looks at Pridham. Pridham fires, bang. And, don't know.
Good ball movement, open shot, screened a little there, but good finish.
And Pridham just popping that one away, and he is bringing the form that he took over to Victoria as well.
How about the form of some of the players here tonight, Tony, from that state, from the national tournament?
Yeah, they're
Mullins All-Star.
Mullins All-Star, Winnan All-Star.
Big tournament by Winnan.
He's gun. That's all we can say, but we'll probably talk about him a bit later tonight in game number 2. When the Sea Devils take on the Raptors, as this man here too, massive week did Mullins, and he was in everything over there in Victoria.
Yeah, I've got the feeling he's going to need a big night tonight as well, Tone. He might be playing a bit of a lone hand here at the moment.
Well, he's just waiting on Nicola, and that's just that's leaked, shall we say, to Chucky into the crease.
That arrow missed.
That's one of those archery ones that I take out, mate, when we go to the archery range, and I go to fire it and it just falls at my feet. So there's number 1. Oh, good from Carter. Carter goes, thank you very much. And Pete Tremlett just goes, yep, that's all clear. And we've got a 4-0 ball game here at the halfway mark nearly of the first quarter.
I'll wear the black tonight, son. You wear the white.
Yes, most definitely. And right on the spot there was Pete Tremlett. So
good umpiring. Let it go.
Could not have been anywhere else. And where else would you rather be if you're sitting at home live on LSA TV? Get down here to Cupid's Dome, I'm going to call it tonight.
Certainly would not Another
Woodford.
shot on there, big pick. Sorry, I just lost concentration there, but I would certainly rather be here than at a candlelit dinner for two, Tone, that's for sure.
I was going to say there is more bodies rubbing together here early in the night than there probably is anywhere at the moment. So, but we'll see what happens later in the night because we've got another big game coming up after this one live on the LSA TV.
To quote another famous commentator, rubbing's racing.
Rubbing's racing, yes. as long as you don't get the other one that slips out occasionally. As ball's up the top here, and Lynn just pops around, and here's a hot hand. If he's not shooting goals, he's feeding them. And that's going to go over and back as Nicola races down the court and flicked off there. Semler, okay, that was called a free ball there, so could have picked that one up. I don't think Ebb realised that one was a free ball.
Or was he deemed not to have possession there?
I don't know. It certainly went. He gave it the flick, didn't he? But Mullins, he's looking for picks. As I don't know whether that was a pick there from Turtle or more I'm going to push you through. Semler, he got a couple of goals in over in Victoria as well. Really tough in front. Looks out. Oh, just missing the handle of the ball there was Woodford. But yep, he's going to have some rubber burns in that stick at the end of the night. So Brighton again. Just assessing. Williams.
Slippery little left-handed move.
Steps in. Bang. That one's all clear too. Oh. And there we go. Kai Williams and Mullins just giving a bit. Evan Locke just not liking that at all from Mullins. And there's a little bit going on here. And Kai Williams, and why not protect your teammate?
Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff.
A little bit of Air Williams there. Just off that right-hand bar. And the other Williams at the moment is wondering what's happening because the Grizzlies wouldn't have expected this start at 5-0. We've got 5 and a bit of change to go in the first quarter.
Just trying to assert himself here, isn't he, Mullins? He's trying to get the Bears up a bit. The Grizzlies, I should say.
Obviously, no Silky Sando out there tonight. He did injure his. Oh, there we go. That's what we like to see. A little bit of rubbing. Yep, a little bit going on, and they love it. So as ball just flicks over here to Woodford, and another one here. Oh, there he goes. There's a hat trick. I think he's on a sure thing tonight for Valentine's Day, is Jackie Woodford.
He is. He certainly is.
He's putting goals away left, right and centre early, and that's his third, and he'll just head back to the centre here. And
hang on here, Tony. I just heard a car pull up. That could be Brett Williams now.
Maybe.
I think he's just arrived.
Oh, he's suited, so we'll see. 6-0. So obviously Silky Sando did his ankle over in Victoria, so he's sitting up in the stands tonight, and they'll miss him out there.
Was that a factor for the SA guys going down to both Vic and WA?
Yeah, look, I think he's a huge loss, as this man isn't a huge loss at the moment.
Just taking relief in the face-off there, handy relief face-off guy.
If we had the old super coach at the moment, I know where my money would be. Wonder whether you would have got Jack Woodford cheaper tonight. But ball is out of the court here as our cameraman, Mr. Michael Hood, does a fantastic job, and I'm sure he's feeling a bit shell-shocked with the Grizzlies at the moment. He wouldn't have expected that either as ball comes down there, but they have an opportunity here as it kicks out here to Nicola. But just not enough movement, not enough pick setting going on here. And there's Mullins. He's actually trying to do his work. Gets inside. Good save there. But well picked up by Turtle. Turtle looks up the top, and they're going to reset here for 27 seconds now in the shot clock.
The forever youthful Turtle too, isn't he? Getting better with age.
He does, and he'll be glad as we got a penalty on here. Keesing just, and there'll be a loose ball push here. That'll be a 2 minutes on Pridham, as he's just given James Mullins that maybe Mullins' number was coming off the back there because he tried to stick it back on. Chicks.
It's a good chance here for the Grizzlies to get a bit of ball in stick. They just, a few guys here similar, hardly touched it. Harris hardly touched it.
Well, we haven't called Harris yet, I don't believe. Obviously, Nicola's on this right-hand side, and he's been working with Mullins, but they're just not getting that pick and roll right on this side at the moment.
Well, Brighton are on fire shooting, winning face-off, not not presenting Burnside with any chance, are they?
Well, I think they're 6 from 8 at the moment, Shicks, and one of those come off a bar. So, and that's going to go over and back.
Yep. Yeah.
No, free ball. Free ball is called. So we've got to reset here, and the Grizzlies will pick it up again with an extra 30 seconds in a man-up situation. Obviously a 2-minute penalty for the push there on Mullins from Pridham. And there's just not enough movement for me at the moment from the Grizzlies. And if they're going to try and do the Jesse Winnan, I'm going to shoot from half court, I'm sure they're going to be up against it all night as Carter just picks the ball up the other end off a loose one.
Too much size for the forever youthful Turtle Burford. And
Williams is under immense amount of pressure, and I hear that Sportsbet have already paid out with a 7-0 first quarter.
Gamble responsibly.
So it's a long way to come back from here, and obviously, yes, we condone responsible gambling on Lacrosse, South Australia. So, big start here to the Living Choice South Australian Indoor Lacrosse Finals as Mullins finally gets one in his stick. He's got Nicola the other side, but well picked up there from Brooks. Kicks to Semler. And here we go. Harris has the ball.
Gives it a little cradle.
You wonder, as the shot comes off, that one's going to be a free ball here again. And obviously Burnside coming back in numbers to get these free balls off the shots, but they'd rather them be going in the back of the cage there, I believe. New shot clock. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter in the game. 20 in the shot clock as Harris. And you wonder whether these boys, especially you had Harris, Semler again shooting from outside. Just not getting those inside looks as Brighton are at the moment. 33 seconds. So there's going to be about a 6-second differential in the shot.
Young Brighton goalkeeper playing good position so far.
Doing a great job. But then again, when you're shooting from the black lines out here.
Plenty of time to see it.
As Locke steps in, and good save there from Williams. So he has turned up tonight.
He's here. He's arrived.
And the ball is out of the court here. So new ball coming in. It will start with Brighton. 8 seconds to go on the game clock as it starts. There's 3, 2. They're going to have to want to get a shot away. Locke steps up, looks up top, and that one's going to end the first quarter here. The Living Choice first final between the Brighton Bombers and the Burnside Grizzlies, and
blowing them away. 7-0 lead, Tone.
If we'd had that conversation earlier, Schick, I don't know that I would have said that Brighton would have been up 7-0 at this point.
Well, I understand the loss and the pain that'll cause the Grizzlies with Kieran Sandow, Australian representative in the indoor scene. Two-time, I believe. Two-time. So that will definitely hurt them. They're short on the bench. Anthony Flepper over there, he's...
What does Ant do here to get them up and about? Because their shots have all been coming from about that 15 to 18 metre range, and Brighton goalie hitting them up. And we might just have a look at a couple of replays here, Shicks. So we'll all be Brighton orientated here, and you see this one here steps inside, and that's Air Williams, just getting his little bit of fill of oxygen.
Nice little lefty on the left-hand side.
And then the great camera work here from one M. Hood. Just sees Jack Woodford get one of his 3 for the first quarter. And then on the backside here, the little shovel shot.
Yeah, size from
Carter.
Very good. Too small and D there, Burford.
And right there, we have a 7-0 ball game. So it's... they're 3 of the first 4, but we did get a message that the Grizzly supporters didn't want to see the other 4. So we'll bring those replays in, and I'm sure that the Grizzlies talking over there will be...
Yeah, well, look at Flepper over there on the whiteboard marker going overtime. I hope someone's got a wet rag, because he's got a lot of scribble on that board. Plenty of instruction for the Burnside guys. Defensively, you would think, Tone.
Yeah, and again, but look where Brighton is scoring from. They've had 2 from outside, and the other 5 have been on the doorstep.
They're really running the pick and roll, aren't they?
Really are.
Really well.
And as I said, I think there was an inside sort of attempt there where Mullins gave it to Chucky, but it bled out of his stick almost.
Pete Matherin's pre-game talk, fantastic.
And Brighton to win the ball, but big ball to be won here. And Brooks, he wants it a little bit more. Steps over and Oh, good save there from Williams.
Good save.
And he's gone through the crease. So that's going to be a Grizzlies ball. And kicks it up here to Chucky. And Chucky looks ahead and all he sees is gold.
Semler now into attack Harris. Harris and Semler up high.
They're sort of
Burford, the ever youthful.
You watch here. They're not picking off each other. You know, those picks, good shot there from Burford, and he is sneaky like that.
Yeah, it was.
So ball to be won on the floor here. Good work there from Chucky. But again, those picks, you watch the pick and rolls down here between the Brighton Bombers, and when they're setting a pick, they're actually rolling off that guy setting the pick and not giving any space whatsoever. Down the other end here at the moment for the Grizzlies.
Space, Carter gets space on
Carter
a good
likes that little BTB.
Why not at 7-0?
On Burford.
It's the time to play it.
Well, he just saw the number on Burford's shirt. It says 7, so he thought I may as well get 8. As it comes back the other way, but they don't have numbers, but Williams with the ball. And he doesn't mind firing these either. He kicks it up to Locke as the substitutions come on, but Locke just stepping inside it. That's too easy. That is far too easy from the Grizzlies, and you know, that's not as if those two players playing defence there.
Making light work of the Australian boys, isn't he?
Well, the two guys that were playing defence there, they obviously are feeling very sore after the championships, and you've got to be after 4 games in 4 days, and it was tough over there and hot conditions. But you know, that was Mullins and Semler who both played defence within that South Australian team, and they walked through there like.
Little disappointing.
Like I'm all walking into a bar. No one's ever stopping me, Shicks.
Oh, that could have been a pick up there. Who's that? That's young.
So that's young Otto, Jacob. But again, just didn't want the ball enough. And Lynn, he's working hard for it. And again, another one of those Aussie 19 boys who kicks it down to the man who's just come for a Valentine's Day dinner here. And he's starting to fill up his plate, is Jack Woodford. And that's 4 for the game already. And I don't know, at 8-0. If you 9-0 now.
It is turning into a Valentine's Day.
There was. I remember back in the 80s, I used to go down to the video store and I used to hire that movie called My Bloody Valentine. I can tell you there's as many bodies on the floor at the moment as was in that movie, and it's not looking. And they need a spark. You know, someone needs to buy some roses. But Woodford, he's just come to play. Oh, he's just nailed Semler. And he will set up. Looks inside. Lynn. Just, they look disinterested, the Grizzlies.
That they are. That they are. Disheartened is the word, I think.
Kicks up to Lynn.
Movement up here.
And here we go, Woodford. He'll score these from outside. Oh, just gets a piece of that. And that's
good save.
Gone into the knee roll there of Williams.
Yes.
And why wouldn't you, if you were Jack Woodford at the moment, just fire him from everywhere? Because that wasn't that far from going in either. So...
He's not using your cricket pads, is he, Tone?
Mate, they're a bit large for me.
If you hide behind them.
I wouldn't mind them, though, because... although, as if the ball ever hits there, Shicks.
Oh, yeah,
you know what? Comes off the middle of the bat normally.
That's why you got it. May as well use it.
So, if they go to the effort of bowling up and going to the effort of hitting it. Turtle steps out. Great save.
That's a good save. And second chance. No, unlucky.
What a great save there as the ball kicks out here. And good work there from Turtle. Maybe he's going to be the spark on Valentine's Day.
Well, that offensive rotation, immediate results. Anthony Flepper at quarter time.
But haven't managed to stick one past the goalie yet. Brooks outside, little bounce. That could come to us here, Shicks. And that one's up and stays in. But over and back, and Mullins picks the ball up. He sees, again, every time one of these guys gets a break up the field, there's 5 gold shirts in front of them, and they're struggling to...
they're losing the St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
So, Turtle assessing, looks up to Semler. He's firing them from out here all night.
Good deep
wants to get inside, looks down the bottom. Just missed the handle of the ball.
Just not happening, is it?
It is not working here for the Grizzlies.
Here we are on Chicago's north side. One team has rocked up with guns, the other hasn't.
Well, the other rocked up with tutus at the moment. And Williams kicks it up here to Brooks. Brooks steps down, bang. Oh, hello, Mr. Brooks. He says there's a party on here.
Yep.
He felt the love here on Valentine's Day in the Cupid Dome, and he's popped that one off a bounce shot.
I have a delivery.
outside here, and Brett Williams wasn't expecting that delivery at all from those roses. And that's hit top right-hand corner, just under the bar, and all of a sudden they're in double figures, and the only similarity to the scores is a 0 on the back of both of the numbers up there. Unfortunately, one of them has a 1 in front of it.
Brighton just sending their relief face-off. Just got...
and he got towed up too, didn't he?
They got pointers all over the field, though, at the moment, Brighton. Bigger bodies, more movement.
And he'll like this matchup here. Steps inside Carter. He's already got one from a little shovel shot. So with 17 seconds left, you cannot leave people like that. And that's home. Williams firing darts. There is arrows going everywhere here at the moment from the Brighton Bombers. And they're the only team feeling any love out here at present.
Throwing darts, all right. We could get to 180, Tone.
I was going to say at this point, that's 11 and we're 5:45 to go in the second term.
Mullins into the face. So here we go. A little bit of midfield grunt now. Burford having a rest up front there. He's doing a lot of defensive work. The Brighton guys are going at him pretty strong.
So I don't think the face-off's where they're losing it, though, just quietly. Although this man, he just likes the ball in his stick. He's got Brooks the other side. He just fires outside. Nice from Turtle. He's in the right spot. His sticks come. He looks up to Nicola. Nicola steps around but says, no, you don't. Does Dad?
Look at that. Yep, you're right.
It was Harris.
Very small number 7 on Burford's back.
As just trying to create something at the moment. Harris steps in and another.
There he is.
Oh, there it is. Harris puts one away, and we have a 1-1-1 on the scoreboard.
He just needs more
it's 11-1 way.
Harris, get the ball in his stick a little more. Percentage shooter, being a defender, doesn't like to waste it.
No, and he did. He played a lot of defence over in the Nationals, and very, very rarely did he venture up into the offensive end, even in a fast man situation. Knew his role as Burford takes on Brooks in the face-off, and that wouldn't happen too many times, I wouldn't have thought, in any form of the game. Lynn just working around, but you look at the picks being set here. They're hard picks. There's bodies and sticks and really pushing them on. And Mullins, great defender, great offense. And that one's gone inside too. Oh, I reckon that one's home. I think that one has come off the inside.
What's the call here?
I'm just seeing what the call there. I thought that was home then, Chicks. I thought they hit double bar.
One steal. That much bloody pipe.
But we're going to have 9 for a hold for 2 minutes. So Mullins hold 2 minutes.
Well, that's about right. I think he held on to him for about 2 minutes.
Yeah, but I also thought it hit 2 pipes in the back of the cage there. So
I think it did.
I would have almost said that was number 12 for the Bombers. But look, Keesing right on the mark, and he's come back, and he obviously was one of the referees for the gold medal game. So steps inside. Good save there from Williams.
Harris has got it here.
Pops it up. Bit of alley-oop action up here to Semler. Semler looks down. Burford. He's good save again. And crease. Save. He has gone in the crease, so that's going to turn over. Burford actually finding really good spots here.
Like a Shiraz grape, isn't he? Just getting better and better. Year on year.
He's certainly trying to find his way into but you just
good save,
and ball just popping out the back. So this is going to come back to the Bombers. They're going to lucky there. Semler in the right spot. Burford again in the right spot at the right time, and his stick is certainly working really well. So ball down the back here,
man down,
and they're just going to run that 2 minute clock out.
No real need for Brighton to push and pressure here, is there?
They could literally just, they could actually set up the picnic rug that is for this day. They could lay out the wine, lay out the cheese, and still not be in any, as that one though, there we go. That was a good shot there from Chucky right on the buzz.
It was.
Right on the death, and Nicola, ball popped straight back up to Semler. Again though, they look flat. They look like they've, as I said, I don't like to say it at the moment. It's 11-1. We've got 1:58 in the first half, and it looks like they have been out celebrating Valentine's Day on the wine and cheese all night, because that one there has just popped up and over. It's come off and that's going to be over and back, even though that I thought came off a Brighton stick there. Looks inside. Woodford, has he got 5 in the first half? Maybe. Yes, there he is. Jack Woodford, no defence. He stood in the middle there for about 3 minutes.
She's just about singing, isn't she?
You can hear the voice warming up, and I know I'm allowed to do 2 songs under my contract here with the LSA TV, but not not bringing them out this early because
got plenty of time for that.
Plenty of time for that. 12-1 in the first half here. 1:17 to go, and if you're watching live on LSA TV, send out your thoughts to us and see what you believe is going to happen in the second half. Because if this is the first half right now, a shot comes off there from Carter. Reset had Williams with the ball. Oh, and that's basically just about summed up their night so far.
An inch too short.
Just on Valentine's Day, not a great thing. So, ball coming back to the Bombers. Have they got another one in them? There's 22 seconds left on the shot. There's 40 seconds left in the game clock. And just steps around. Carter just pops that one off. That one's come off the keeper. So, Burnside have an opportunity here. Oh, just picking pockets is Brooks. Kicks it down to Carter. Carter, little BTB, and that's what they're doing at the moment. They're just starting to play a little bit cute. But everything. Oh, there we go. 2-on-1 situation. Semler has Nicola. Bang. Picks it up. Semler takes his own rebound. Steps off. Brooks. Good defence. But the Brighton boys are just pushing that up and over. Kicks it up to Mullins.
7-6. Good save.
And that's going to just about finish off the half here as 1 second to go. And time runs out. And wow, what a first half of lacrosse here in the first semi. 12-1, Shicks.
I'm shocked. I'm stunned. I don't know what to say here, Tone. Brighton have come out firing away. Well prepared. Someone's nicked all the thorns off their rose bush. And the Burnside guys, a little bit shabby, and it's showing, isn't it?
They're flat. That's the only thing I can say. If I was driving up here and my tyre was rattling, it's flat.
Yep.
And a couple of comments here live on LSA TV. Tracy Mathwin Nee Bellet says, awesome, haven't Bears turned up tonight? I think that may be a little bit of sarcasm there from
mother-in-law Rolf.
Yeah, and Clint Barker says, clearly a goal, blind as a bat. So I gather he was talking about the one down here that came off the 2 posts. But again, you know what? When you are 12-1 up, it doesn't really matter if you don't get the occasional. So, yeah, it's, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I'm just focusing in here on Anthony Flepper, and again, he's got the whiteboard marker. There's a lot of arms waving around.
I'm just wondering, though, whether he actually bought the whiteboard marker out or whether he bought the crayon for that tonight, because obviously whatever he's writing on there,
well, the score would suggest it is men versus boys, Tone, you're right. And he is a school teacher.
Almost broke into a song there, hey, the old boys to men, but I was going to sing End of the Road, Shicks, but, it is early, and it's only half time, and we might go and have a look at a few replays here. So, as we just sneak out the back, and they are wonderful. Scotty Gill gets produced there. Look, that's just too easy. Gets inside there, and, when you're shooting on the doorstep with that much time and space and there's no pressure whatsoever.
Lots of off-ball movement.
And that is just a... I'm gonna put this one away in here, and Carter's certainly getting his fair share of fill for Valentine's Day as well. And the outside there, Brooks just goes, okay, if everyone's doing it, I might. That was a great bounce shot in the top corner.
Just ever so slightly off target, Anson. If he's just shooting a little high.
And this is the one there from Williams. He did that in the championships. He got 5 in the game, and here we go, Burnside with getting one back, and that was Harris, who got the only goal of the first half for the Grizzlies. And then Woodford, look at this. Woodford steps in. There's 3 guys standing behind him. And Semler actually came from about half court to try and put some pressure. Yep. He ran past the other 3 guys to get any pressure on whatsoever. So
the Candyman
can. As the tunes go off here at the Cupid Dome this evening.
Anything to get the Bears back into this, the Grizzlies.
Although we do know what that song is, isn't it?
No.
It's not great for them. I think it means it's over. So, yeah. And look, what we might actually do is we might go through the team list here, just in case. Obviously, we were short of time with the guys getting off the field to get through. So, you want to go through the Grizzlies there, Mr. Shicks?
I will. Kyle Billows has been subbed out for Mr. young Jacob Otto. We got Andy Burford out there, the ever young Andy Burford, Josh Harris, James Mullins, Chris Nicola. Do we have
Dion is out there, mate. I don't think he's taken the court yet, and maybe they're keeping him up their sleeve.
That's right. Could be a dynamic weapon here for the second half. So they are short of a few. Kieran Sando's out. Cam Semler is here.
No, Richard Smith. No, the Dr. D isn't in the house either.
Well, they went under, I think, Dick Smiths. And Brett Williams, well, he was here a little bit late.
Yeah, well, he turned up at the first quarter, didn't he?
He did.
At the end of it.
And the Bombers, Tone?
And the Bombers, there we go. Dougie Brooks, he's certainly had his fill as well. Anson Carter, he's been putting on. No Mitch Fuss tonight, I haven't seen him out there. We got Eben Locke, who has been well out there. Connor McGee doing a great job in the cage for the Bombers, as he did last year. Byron Pridham getting one on the board.
No,
sorry, Lockie Pridham getting one on the board. My bad. Toby Raymond, Dad's been out there a couple of times to play some defence, but there hasn't been that much had to play. Nat Rowe, haven't seen him out there because he's obviously over in
I'd be in Perth,
WA, seeing
Valentine's Day.
Matty Copeland,
yes.
and good. He's a good lad like that, isn't he? And Kai Williams and Jackie Woodford.
What you mean.
Jack Woodford, he bought his own box of chocolates tonight. He's got 5 at the half.
He is the favourites, isn't he?
He's put himself down for that Living Choice Player of the Game already here in the first half. And look, obviously the Burnside guys over there are a really tight unit, and they are missing a couple of those guys. As I said, Sandow, huge loss. Dr. D, he's been running up and down the court for him as well, and they've missed a little bit of that experience, but there's still plenty of green and gold within that side.
Like you said, they're prime movers, Tone. They look sore, they look tired. Looking over there now, that they certainly look dejected and not overly interested. But like I said before, Anthony Filippa certainly has the whiteboard marker out. He'd be a Stadler user, I would have thought, and he is scribbling all over that.
Well, either that or he's drawing the hangman, and he's got the rope there with the neck, the arms, and just hasn't put the feet on it yet.
Well, there's no W's over there, is there?
No W's at all. If anyone buys a vowel, I'll have a W, thanks. Maybe they asked the wrong question at the start of the game, but you know what? We hope that the Grizzlies just turn their minds on here, get their bodies back together, and really make a contest at this second half, because they will not be at all happy with that performance in that first half.
The umpire's whistle goes. The Tremlets have clipped in.
Watch out. The black and white, hey?
Black and white.
One white helmet, one black. They're rocking, and as Luke Keesing just gets
off his bike.
Curtains up here as the crowd starts to really build up here at the Cupid Dome this evening.
It is.
And
there is.
Plenty of ladies come down to watch their men.
Candle lit the second game. Candle lit. 1 million lumens, they say, the amount of candles they've got here.
And the fans on as well. So
here we go. Action time.
Back into what has been a really quick first half, just quietly as well.
As the third referee clips in.
And Keesing just flexing those muscles.
Just locks his bike over there up against the pole.
Turtle against Brooks. Brooks and Turtle. Brooks wins that one. Kicks it up to Carter. And Woodford just waiting up the top saying, mate, I think I want to get into the third term like I did the first half. Has he got a double handful in him tonight? He's got 5 in the first half.
Yep, he'll have a fistful later on.
Can he get double figures here as he picks up Nicola? Nicola picks up, looks down the bottom.
Corner.
Great from Williams. Williams' little bounce as the shot clock is about to expand. There it goes.
3, 2, 1.
And that will be a Grizzlies ball as Burford picks up the ball. Burford's been in all the right spots tonight.
He has. Grew up in the Barossa Valley, so he's not foreign to a grapevine.
No. Obviously enjoyed a few Valentine's Days up there with the Red as Harris. He's the only goal scorer for the Grizzlies at the moment.
He's active.
But he's running around in circles. Oh, great save there from McGee. And McGee just picks that one up as you hear the reset through the microphone. here of Luke Keesing, who happens to be over the other side of the court. So he's got his voice on tonight here. Brooks steps inside. That's too easy again. That is far too easy.
Very good finish from a kid in form, Tone.
Hey, you'd be glad, obviously, with the under-19s, mate, that he's in the side, because he's going to shoot on a cage that is triple this size, and if he's shooting it on this one like that, that's his second really good shot in that top right-hand corner.
Triple threat, isn't he? Plays off the face. He's pretty good off the X. Good down in D. Improved out of sight defensively, and as we just saw, can slot the rock in the top corner.
Can he dance?
Can he dance?
Well, because he's certainly finding his way to the big one at the moment, given this game already. And Woodford open by himself. I wouldn't leave that man open, nor would you leave that much space. And Woodford, having to make a huge save there is Williams. And the ball is going to come straight back to Woodford. So on a reset, Woodford just parts the waters coming down the middle.
Well, as ironic as it is, Williams is going to need to call upon Jack Woodford with the amount of leaks and holes he's got in him. The plumber that Jack is, he'll fix him up.
Yeah, they will certainly be looking for some adhesion. Oh, no. Again, nice. Woodford with number 6.
Jeez, he's that close on the cage there. He's picking knots out in the net.
I reckon he's just put some white on the back of that net. He's marked his own little spot there.
So in New Zealand, how many goals would Jack Woodford have?
He'd have 6.
Yeah,
he would, bro. 6, bro. And that's 5 more than the Grizzlies currently have as a team at the moment.
And betting has ceased too, Tone. I'm just reading.
Well,
paid out.
I was going to say 5,001 to 1 is probably the max you can get. And they just went to 5,002 closed betting. So Nicola with the ball. Kicks up here, looks the through ball. Turtle on the other side. Through. There it is.
Nothing wrong with the turtle. Keep using the plastics out there, people. This turtle's all right.
The head just poked out there, didn't it? Comes straight through.
Good job.
And found his way through the shell and pops one away.
And just sneaking on the back. See, he really is getting better every year.
As he then steps up to the number 2 face-off player here for the Bombers.
Correct.
I'm aware. As Turtle. Has he got 2 in a row here? Although,
let him go.
He's running away.
Little shake and bait. The five fell off his Guernsey.
He certainly doesn't want the... looks inside of Nicola. That was a good pass from Burford. Kicks up to Mullins. And Harris going about his work. Looks inside. Ball pops over. Nicola with the ball. Woodford, I thought he was about to
dine out some spare ribs.
I thought he was about to lay Nicola down as the rug. And Locke picks up the ball. A bit of rubbing. He's racing here. There it is. We love that. Locke loves that. Steps up. He just took that in his stride, Locke.
Hit the cutter. Carter again.
Carter.
Unlucky.
With the ball.
Great recovery.
That was right in front of us there, Shicks, wasn't it? And got a lot of paint off the boards there.
A little touch-up, a little grinder action.
He's starting to look like Pepe Le Pew is Evan Locke right now. He's got a white stripe on him. But what a great bit of game. And from downtown goes Carter, and that's his 4th. And he's just trying to fill up the box of chocolates like Woodford at the moment.
He is. He said, hey, Jack, remember me. I'm still here.
15-2 is the score with 7:14 to go in the third. And I
just saw Coach Flepper over there. He's reached down, and what's he got a hold of? He's got a hold of a white towel, but it hasn't been thrown in yet. Here's another face-off.
As ball on the deck here to be one. Little flick down, and there we see
he's on.
Dionotto for his first step. Looks inside, though. Williams just goes... I have got an...
No score. No score.
Stepped in the crease.
There we go.
EJ right on the spot there. So ball coming out here through Harris. And the Grizzlies will find their way into an offense.
Very, very good call. Very good call by Tremley. As Nicola up high. Semler, a little bit of movement now for Burnside, which is good.
Maybe
a little bit of pick action high. Semler still got it. Nicola fires.
Outside.
Didn't reach.
Didn't quite get past the player in front of him.
Good pick up by Lim.
As the dual autos are on the floor here for the Grizzlies.
It's a good moment for the family.
Dion and Jacob both on the floor. As Williams, he won't be happy that he got that goal disallowed. Looks inside. Ball is about to be picked up here by Brooks. Just flicks. Great little feed back to Pridham. Steps inside. Williams. Bang, that's hit the keeper, so that'll be a reset. Brighton with the ball. Kicks over here to Pridham. Bang. Top shelf. Rattling cookie jars here. And we're out to a 16-2 lead. And even if you divide that, mate, they're still down by 8.
Yeah, it's unlucky here. I think Burnside, everything's rolling Brighton's way as well. As we saw there, Miss Gramble flicked up into the Brighton stick. Just got too many guns all over the park at the moment, Brighton.
A couple of shout-outs here. Grant Semler says it's not good viewing, even this far away from Melbourne. Well, I can tell you at the moment, Grant, it's like the Cupid Dome has that one just that'd be his night, wouldn't it, Woodford? It'd roll off the chest of Williams under the feet.
Yep.
So yeah, Grant, it looks like there's a slippery slope here, and it's all going the way of the black and gold at the moment.
It's like when you got Polaroid glasses on and you turn your phone over to watch something, you can't quite see it properly.
Yeah.
You've just got to turn your screen a bit.
And that's going to be a hold.
That's the arm ward, is it?
That's the hook. So we've got a hold there on Semler. That one's been called. So ball turning over down to the Bombers.
16-2. Is there a fourth quarter tonight, Tone?
Well,
Mercy rule?
I don't know that the mercy rule exists in finals.
Yeah, well, needs to.
Lacrosse.
Needs to. There's a talking point for next year, I'll tell you that.
Well, I tell you, classics are built. Good save there from Williams. He's been shell-shocked by the Bombers getting in that close to him all the time.
Yep.
With the very little defence that the Grizzlies are playing, and I can tell you,
Mullins
it's like
uncharacteristically misses a.
It is like ball. You look at the Bears and the Grizzlies, and it's like they've had their teeth chemically blunted at the moment. There's no bite in them whatsoever.
No, you're right.
And they're relying on a turtle rather than a Grizzly. So ball down the other end. Mark Norton's watching. Dennis Hansford's watching live on LSA TV. Big shout out to all of you. Rick Benedurks is also watching. Zach Tremlett, obviously watching the family.
He is he? Yeah, tough.
So
Semler lost the handle. So did lots of slip run. Must be a greaser.
Yeah, change that ball.
Can handle it.
It must be too new, but look at that. It's come to the lover himself of the white ball.
Yep.
Steps inside. Great look, and Brooks. Good save there from Williams.
Was good, yeah, right on the undercarriage.
But they get a reset here. Turtle battling hard. Doesn't want to pick it up, just wants to use an axe. Lim picks up the ball. Says, I haven't been involved on Valentine's Day yet today.
The surgeon, did you see the keyhole entry there, Tone?
That's had...
right in the 5-hole?
I think that's just come from the holes that have been drilled in Williams' defence before, and he managed to find one that's already been shot. So
the tank is leaking.
And the big man himself, the life member, Robert Lawson.
Newly appointed.
Henry, watching as well. 17-2 here, Henry. Just let you know that the Bombers, everything's fallen their way at the moment, as it does again to Carter. He's got 4, steps down to Locke, and Locke just loses his whole stick, kicks it down here to Mullins, but there's still 2 in defence down there. And he's thinking, I'm going to have an easy one over the top, and it's just not happening.
Now there's movement. There's a lot of standing around, though, wasn't there? Mullins 1 on 2, couldn't do much.
As Mullins steps inside, and bang, big save there from McGee.
Good save. Mullins will have another chance here. Now he's calling in the crease. That's a late call,
late call, but correct call, right on the scene.
Yep, correct call.
So, and you can see the energy here as you look at Mullins. He's just, whatever. I'm going to stay down here. We're going to... we may get an easy one over the top here.
Pick a few cherries.
As comes on Woodford.
Not with Woodford, though. You've got to honour that man down there.
Oh, no, Smith is here. Just hadn't seen him out here tonight, Dr. D. So Dr. D must have turned up late as Brooks just pops that one off Semler's calf.
Yeah.
And ball to be won. Chucky picks up the ball. And coming back down the other way. And Henry says he's loving the call here, Shix.
Yeah, well, we do our best. We aim to please. Sometimes we can't keep everyone happy. Good ball inside.
Looks inside. Harris gets his pockets picked, and Locke picks the ball up. Steps inside. Looks down. Good save there. It's a ball outside there if Carter turns his back. It's a reset again here. You can hear that in the effects mic.
Yep,
1 minute to go in the third term. Current score is 17-2, and one of the goal scorers has the ball in his hand at the moment, Harris.
Oh, nice little fake across crease.
Kicks it over there to Nicola, but...
just lacking a bit of polish, aren't they?
Yep, and I know Kieran's sitting up in the stands, but there's a lot of inherent passing going on at the moment.
I'll tell you why. They're lacking some polish. There's no bloody polish left. Look at Luke Keating's helmet.
And he's obviously been rubbing it on the floor, because if you look at the floor at the moment too.
Yeah.
Here we go. Big chance for Nicola. McGee, and that is in the all clear. He's called it.
He has called it.
Goal counts, and it's a penalty shot. There you go.
We'll
so we have a goal.
Here. We've got some interference from the fans here.
15 seconds. So goal has been scored there from Nicola, and with a penalty under the 2 minute mark, should be a penalty shot here.
The clock is winding down.
After the goal. Checking from the rear.
Will be a penalty shot. So we're going to have, Burnside, in the blink of an eye, have the ability to double their score here. They will have a penalty shot.
Very good. Very good. That'll test young Connor McGee as the referees are unclipped for three-quarter time.
As they just come over here. Connor McGee having a huge game. Yes, he is Mr. Bradley Edwards. He's online watching. He'd be happy with the goalie duties. He played a little bit of goals in the old ice hockey, and that does.
In ice hockey,
he did. Mm-hmm. I believe I believe that's correct, Bob. From our conversations over many years.
Very good. He was also a left arm opening bowler for who did he play for? For Glenelg Seahawks, I reckon.
Oh, there you
Glenelg
go.
Seahorses.
So he'd be coming off a long run too. Would Bob?
It did. Steamed him.
Did he hit the bat hard? Because I can tell you when he was defending, he used to hit me pretty hard. I think he liked it when he saw me stepping out there, Shicks. And Bob just used to go up another cog, like the cyclist. Just put it up to the big chain for that one.
Yeah, okay, yes. Good.
And Braden Munn having a little watch, okay. One of your boys there, just watching what's going on.
Yes, hello to Braden and the Munn family.
So we might just hear as we go into three-quarter time, maybe we'll just have a look at the
replays.
The replays here.
Yep.
Because Burnside got a couple on the board that quarter, but not that one, because that was Dougie Brooks just bounce passing again. That was his second for the game. And then the ball ended up in the hands of one Jack Woodford. And I tell you, the man standing next to me would like that much room coming, Mr. Ryan Gaspari. He would love to see that much room with the defence. And then the ball just sitting up the top here for Burnside. And there we go, Turtle on the other side. One of your favourites, Mr. Gaspari. He got too much space, I would believe.
Always good for a goal.
And then all of a sudden we had one down the other end, just popping that one through the legs. And Williams thinking that they've got two balls playing out there at the moment at 17-3.
Tony, not the way you'd think the game would go tonight, would you?
Well, we said that earlier, did the Shicker and I, that these boys, obviously coming off the national championships.
They're looking very good, aren't they?
Oh, they look like they got the puncture on South Road.
When I walked in earlier, I seen Kai Williams. I reckon he's stuck a few nice ones in the corner before.
Oh, he was shooting lasers over in Melbourne, mate, and he's popped a couple in here.
I know, he's brought it back home.
So
he's looking very good.
Do you reckon there any chance of getting back into this game at 17-3?
I think we've gone too far.
Too far?
Too far.
We thought there was going to be a penalty shot at the end of that quarter, but not to be. And
let the boys play.
Let them play.
Rubben's racing.
Rubben's racing, isn't it? I might key phrase that one. Not the Rubben. As we come into the centre here, and Burford is in the face against his nemesis, that is Jack Woodford. He already has 6 as Harris picks the ball up going the other way.
Still, so Brighton will start 2 minutes in the box, is that right?
2 minutes, yes. And a good opportunity here for the Grizzlies to get back in the game. You know what? Stranger things have happened in sports, Chicks.
Stranger things. Very popular show at the moment on the Foxtel series.
Series 3, I believe, is out at the moment.
Okay, here we go. Well, they're going to need 1, 2 and 3 tonight.
You've got to keep the ball in your stick to be any chance whatsoever, and giving it up to Locke with the man with 6 in his stick, Woodford, stepping up the floor as well. Nice. And he sees Turtle and he goes, I think I'm just going to go between here because you guys haven't been stopping too much all game, but Burnside have found a bit of fight in the defensive end.
I would expect a little bit of flair here from Brighton in this last quarter, knowing that they're 14 ahead.
You reckon some BTBs and
plenty of room.
A little bit of between the toes?
I think
even.
So. Oh yeah, they might drag it here and there too. Semler high.
I reckon. Or just kicks down. That one there, Chucky, but McGee, he's been on fire tonight too. Kicks down, sees Woodford.
The work Peter Mathman has done with Connor McGee in the indoor goal circle here.
Massive as Turtle picks up the ball. He's been really good for the Grizzlies tonight, has Burford.
He's not wearing any pads tonight either, Andy Burford. He's been in the gym, he's put on.
Well, no, that's because Gaspari's out here. He's not playing this game. They always seem to run into each other, does Andy Burford and Ryan Gaspari when they play.
A bit like roadkill.
So, and on the LSA live feed here, Melissa Williams obviously replying to Tracy Mathlin's comment that they can't get back, says, I can't see him. As kicks, he's just missed the pass there, making Woodford have to earn his chockies right now. Yeah, he'll have to start on the Turkish tonight, I think. And obviously Woodford really good over in those nationals as well, but he obviously got in the ice baths after the games because he looks a little fresher than a couple of the boys.
He does.
Sorry for getting my mug in the camera, but any opportunity, Shicks, for me to get my face on television?
Yep, on camera. Any camera will do.
Can't believe it. I actually was in the same line as that because most things go over my head.
Good shot, good save.
McGee on fire.
Wrapped up and good outlet.
And Mel Ford just turned on to watching. I believe Mel's here tonight as well. If I turn around, I'll probably see her sitting up there somewhere.
Over and back, and look at that. Locke has just...
Oh, here we go. Nicola with another opportunity. Bang!
Oh, read the book on that one.
I can tell you, KFC at the moment are giving them away chicken wings.
That was very good.
They called them the McGee box. They have.
Good pick up Mullins.
And Mullins, Nicola looks inside Harris. Oh, that's come off to Semler. Again, another chicken wing. He bought the 12-pack tonight.
Gee whiz. Are those pads regulation?
Well, they seem to be working at the moment. Ball kicks over to Smith.
The doctor. Scrubs.
Doctor. He's getting the operation handed to him though at the moment. Yes. And that one is that's taken out the
exploratory surgery on the doctor.
That has taken out one of the balls, so to speak. Kicks over the other side here to Lock, and one against. Good save though. Oh, that little flick nearly even went in for Williams.
It did. And Mr. Scramble open up here. Semler. Wrong end of the field for his.
Brooks pushes him in.
Good D, wasn't it?
Reset there. And the ball is going to, as that's classed as a push there. He said, ran through the crease, can't play the ball.
You interfered with the play.
So he's interfered. So the call there was that Cam Semler obviously had run through the crease, so he couldn't get near the ball or interfere with the play. And he'd been deemed to have interfered with the play. So that's why that ball turned over. And really good explanation there from Luke Keesing.
That's right, yes. Very, very clear on his explanation there. As clear as the shine and sheen on his helmet.
And you don't get to referee a gold medal championship game without knowing the rules.
That's why he wears a screen and not a grill.
And there we go, the number 7 against the number 17.
Yep.
And I know who's going to win that fight. Who might win this fight?
But it'll be good to watch.
We've already got 6. Is this 7? Oh no, that's come off the bar. And a reset is called, but into Mullen's stick. And obviously...
doesn't Mullins look like a real man's man with that facial equipment that he's got on?
I'll tell you, if there was a Brute ad in Australia, I reckon he would be the man that would take the Brute to...
Who's the old Spice out here? Is that Dion?
Oh, that's the... Yeah. Yes. Steps up. Bang.
Ooh,
that one's over
Semler,
the top. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Here we go. They renewed acquaintances before, but Jack Woodford says, I've already battled you down this end.
Yep.
I might just give it up to Pridham. And Woodford.
Poor old Mullins, he has run his heart out tonight.
He says, I've had enough.
He's got to save a little bit of heart for Valentine's Day supper.
So 4-4 at the moment. And that one's coming our way as well. And back down to the Grizzlies' end. 6 minutes 40 to go in the last term here. And
let's be honest, it couldn't come quick enough. This has been an absolute massacre.
Someone's looking for the fast forward button on that time clock, because at 17-3, I actually don't think I've commentated a game where I've seen one blowout like this, and especially not.
So we're going
to have.
Didn't like it.
So Dad, Toby Raymond, just getting in the back there. Mullins with a goal.
Yeah, there's been a foul call. That's from a long way back too.
Luke Keesing in perfect position though. He's right behind us.
He had a clear view of it with the screen.
In front of us, I should say.
Yeah, he had a clear view with his helmet on.
For the goal, hooking by number 4 for goal, but it's all good. Penalty cleared.
All good.
So penalty cleared. There was a hooking call there, as you can hear from Luke Keesing. He's been kind enough to mic up for us. So
that's a Valentine's Day special, that foul, isn't it?
Right there, hooking. Yep. And that one didn't cost him anything, Shicks. So Dad's obviously played this game before, has Toby Raymond. Looks inside.
Yeah, you can't teach experience, Tone. That's one thing I've learnt.
You cannot teach experience, and especially on a day like today. So Woodford, 18 seconds, steps inside, lock.
Cheeky little pass.
As Williams has a reset now, so looks up the top. He's got 4. Ooh. Oh, that's just about nailed. Yep. Keesing at the back there.
That has blown through limb. Not good enough to get that one.
As ball comes up, Chucky picks the ball up, but yeah, they're 2-on-2 down here. And
yep.
Harris steps up. They might have turned off, but McGee hasn't turned off.
Made it look so easy tonight. Lock, Brooks,
looks
Woodford.
Up. Woodford force. Oh, nice
check.
little trail check there.
It was.
As Nathan Arscott says, go the Bears.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Nathan, I don't know whether you've turned in and seen the right scoreboard here, but currently 17-4. And he did get the nickname Scrub. So Woodford, has he put his name in lights for the Living Choice Player of the game?
Has he? What? Has he lit his own name up?
So I'm kind of going to say Anson Carter's been really good too. Locke's been good. Williams has been good. Britham's been good. Lynn's been good.
They've all
Brooks has been good.
Yeah, they have been. They have been all been good in patches, but it has been.
Oh, Williams to Williams. And
was that Williams to Williams?
Williams to Williams.
Wow. Okay.
Just to Williams' knee pad. Because
Williams to Williams, saved by Williams.
Yes.
I see what you're saying there.
See what I'm saying? And Williams clears. So
isolation.
Semler and just goes not through here, please.
Nearly lost the grill. Back on top, the turtle.
Kicks it down there to the man with the best
mo.
Are
really getting involved here.
Tone gets a touch.
Jeez.
Just hands that one over to Pridham. You see the backspin I put in that one, mate. As ball just... now I know what Jack Woodford feels like with that ball. Williams has the ball, little fake. 3 minutes 20 to go in this fourth quarter, and they're all going 5-hole on Williams, and Williams has got that covered. He's had the last few covered, so reset coming. Semler coming down the field, and Semler with the ball in his stick, and I believe at the end of this game we're going to have a roaming Shicks on Valentine's Day.
That's right, because who we do have here is Razio's cousin.
Oh,
Dr.
D just puts a little bit of a cut in the arsenal of Connor McGee.
That is fine surgery there.
And
dissecting the defence.
And that is number 5, I believe, for the...
4. No, they're just
there's 4, sorry. I got ahead of myself. And Cam Adams goes, you're off your face scrub, a.k.a. Nathan Arscott. Come on, Bears. Toby Mills is watching. Heath Simone, one of our New Zealand compatriots, used to play in the cage for the Nationals. Did Heath Simone for New Zealand. So big shout out to Heathy. Mate, glad you could be watching this. Stay tuned for the next game, because the next game I think is going to be a real good one between the Seahawks and the Raptors, as that ball is just bouncing. Tion Otto, he's... found the floor, and Jacob didn't like that little bit of rubbing on his dad, and the ball's coming over, and Scotty Gills even get a touch. So out of the, it's only Hood and Schicker that haven't had a touch of the ball yet in the production team.
That's correct, although one would say I could have had 1 or 2 little touches earlier.
Well, as the man who has had a couple of touches in Carter steps down. Reset to be had. And Locke just
playing,
he's playing with his own ball on the fence, and Nicola
doesn't need an invitation.
Stepping, putting, and that has fair square hit right in the chest.
Tell you what, Conor McGee's really put himself in the conversation for best on.
He has, and here comes, just a little tap on the bum. That's what you get for Valentine's Day, isn't it?
Come on, Mr. Otto.
There's ball on the outer side there with Lynn.
Revenge is best served cold.
So with 1 minute to go here on the Living Choice scoreboard at Cupid Dome, it is all the love, all the way, as that one's just easily taken from block the other side. It is 17-5 here, the way of the Bombers. And
they'll have another go at it here. I think there could be a foul on the elder statesman.
And that's under 2 minutes, so...
Well, it's going to take them 45 seconds to spit out the foul. Clock is running down.
Clock is running down.
Here we are.
So Woodford with the ball. He has 6 for the night. And I reckon he's just about taking the chocolates. As they go into a man-up situation, the clock will expire before the shot clock. Oh, nice shot there from Lynn. Ball coming back up and over, though. Deflection. So that's going to be a Grizzlies ball. 8 seconds to go, 17-5. And that's about where I think this final will end up. As ball comes up here to Harris. Harris from downtown and gets flattened on the whistle of the final. And that will see the Bombers here running out 17-5. And that's a huge, huge win.
Yeah, Tony, big win.
For the Brighton Bombers. And here we go as Rod Maher joins the telecast here. Yep, do not adjust your screen. It is 17-5, and do not adjust your screen and stay tuned because the one and only Roving Shicks is about to hit the floor there. Watch out you don't slip over with those beautiful shoes on there, Shicks. I didn't notice them before.
Yeah, so everyone can see me in the dark.
And Shicks is just Roving Shicks is about to grab.
We'll just have a quick word with the Burnside coach tonight, Anthony. We'll turn over here in case the video's on. And that was a tough loss.
Yeah, it was a tough loss. We knew it was going to be tough anyway because the playing numbers were pretty low. But we had a pretty good second half. I think we ended up getting 4 to their 5 in the second half, so we'll take that.
Sorry, much better in the second half after you're frantically working out on the whiteboard there, we noticed over there. A lot of your key players, a tough week last week, obviously. Not the numbers on the bench. Tides or Brighton had winners all over the park, didn't they?
Yeah, well, I mean, that doesn't help, does it? Short bench and the guys are tired from some pretty tough lacrosse the previous week. But, I mean, that can't make too many excuses, mate. We got outplayed and that's the way it rolls.
All right, we won't let you, we won't burn you with it anymore. Good luck next year.
Hey, Roving Shicks, how about grabbing the man with all the chocolates this evening and the Valentine's Day man himself? He's just walking. He's trying to walk off from you there. And
he's
Mr. Jack Woodford.
He's just got himself a nice, cool bottle of water. But a Valentine's Day special, Jack. Are you picking all the chocolates tonight?
Yeah.
6 goals.
6 goals. 6 goals we're talking about. I think Tony's wrapped you up for best on ground. On fire early, Jack. What was it? 6 from the first 8 shots on goals.
Yeah, I guess with Brett, you got to get on top of him early and then, try and roll from there. But, yeah.
And it must be a relief having Doug Brooks playing face-off. You get to relax a little bit. Pinch hit every now and again.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it freshens you up for offence and, lets you run the game out a bit easier. It's nice.
Righto, we won't hold you up any longer. Get into these Raptors here. See you, mate.
Hey, Shicks, what about Mr. Carter? Can you run that quickly? Or no, we got someone else over there.
We got the coach. We got the coach of the Brighton Bombers.
He wouldn't have even raised a sweat, would he?
He looks pretty relaxed. I don't know if he's raised his voice or a sweat tonight, but here he is, Pete. Big win, good start.
Yeah, it was fabulous. I mean, the guys were fired up. We tend to be a little bit hot and cold, so we're a bit hot tonight. So it's great, and it was a fabulous team effort right from the goalie, right through the face-off, attack, defence were brilliant, really good.
On the lips of everyone watching in Australia, the pre-game talk must have been something special. On fire early. James Mullins from Burnside was putting up a bit of a fight, but everyone else was lacking a little. The Brighton boys are on fire.
Yeah, well, I know they were a couple of guys short, which made it really hard for Mullins and Cam Semler. But we knew that, so we played accordingly. As for the pre-game speech, mate, I always pull one out of the bag. In fact, there wasn't anything really.
You can only play against who they got in the park. Exactly. You guys did that tremendously well, Pete. Very good job. Good luck next week, and we'll let you sit back down and watch a good game of lacrosse now.
Thanks, Craig.
Thanks, mate.
All right, and as Mr. Roving Mike himself, Craig Schicker, comes from the commentary box straight out on the field, we are going to wrap this first game up and have a quick break here before the next big game between the Sea Devils and the Raptors, and which animal will come out on top for that one. But you did just see an absolute Valentine's Day massacre there from the Bombers. 17-5 over the Grizzlies, and we'll be back very shortly live on Lacrosse South Australian TV.